Hi there, John Cummins for a CMO Bite. This week I'd just like to talk about ferritin. So ferritin is a essential iron storage mechanism within the body, and generally we're looking for ferritin for a couple of reasons. Are you iron deficient, in which case it's low? A lower ferritin will always be iron deficiency. Are you an iron superabsorber called hemochromatosis, in which case it's high? And certainly, like a generation ago, hemochromatosis was often picked up very late. The iron would get deposited in organs, so they were called the bronze diabetic. Iron in the skin was brown. Iron in the pancreas caused type 2 diabetes, but you get iron in the heart muscle as a cause of heart failure, iron in the joints. You get a characteristic arthropathy, iron in the liver. But iron is also an acute phase reactant, so that if you become unwell, it bleeds into the system very easily. It's stored in the liver, and it can also be bled from the liver as a metaphor for any form of liver disease, including, for example, fatty liver and other sort of chronic metabolic disorders. So, for example, if you're an overweight person, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, etc., and you've got a component of a fatty liver, you'll get a ferritin up. So with the ferritin, in our practice, we went through a phase for about 2 years of doing irons on absolutely everyone. Really common to see irons that are see if the upper limit's being 300, 350, 450, 500, and it normally wouldn't get my attention until it hit sort of maybe 1,000, 600, 700, something like that. Now, these, I'm talking about non-hemochromatosis patients. We probably only picked up 2 people that had hemochromatosis in the 2 years of testing. And for hemochromatosis, you want to have 2 genes. You cannot be hemochromatosis if you have 1 gene, in which case it's a heterozygous combination. You need a homozygous, and there's different gene combinations, but you must have it homozygous. And the other fascinating thing is that only 60% of those with a double whammy with both genes will ever express it as hemochromatosis. So the whole field of epigenetics is really important as well. So with ferritin, my rule of thumb, personally, not hemochromatosis under 500. I have a look at the liver, I have a look at the sort of metabolic syndrome thing, but generally would let it run at standard rates. My opinion, you can check your guidebooks and then have a look at it and have a discussion with myself or a CMO. If it's 600, 700, 800, yes, it gets my attention a bit more. And if it's hemochromatosis, it's hemochromatosis, and it should be rated accordingly. So hopefully that's helpful. A little bit on ferritin there. Bye-bye.